Greetings, everyone. It's been a long time since we've done a retrospective.
Yay.
No, it hasn't.
It kinda has.
Kind of.
Wait, well, the last one we did was
Consoles, I think.
it?
Well, no, that was more just looking back.
Yeah. Well,
Like a
That's
game
what a
series
retrospective is.
yeah. I think it counts as a retrospective. All right, in terms of just game series itself, I think it was Resident Evil, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we all know how that
Mario,
went.
actually, or something like that.
I don't recall it. It's been well. The point is, it's been a while. So
Well, it
now,
depends, because if they were watching that first and then they clicked on this video, then it's not really that long ago now, is it?
Yeah,
keep your mouth shut.
it's all about the now.
Well,
Yeah, it is about the now.
as a special guest for us this time, for basically coming in the top 3 for our thumbnail contest, we have. How would you like to go, our winner? I don't know what you want me to.
Hi guys.
Let's start with
with-
our number one winner. The ending thumbnail that you see nowadays, the one you're actually probably seeing right now, unless Ryan edited some Mega Man picture in for this video, is your DeviantArt alias is Chicken Mask.
That's correct.
Why do you introduce yourself there?
Hi, my name is, you can call me Roxy or Rock, because my name is Roxanne, so you can either call me Rox or Roxy, whatever makes you happy. Yeah, I guess that's all I can say about myself. I'm
I'll
from
call you Gen
New
3
York.
gym leader.
Works for me.
Roxanne!
Oh, you
I
want
was
to laugh?
thinking,
No,
Rock
Ryan.
seems appropriate for Mega
Ryan,
Man.
you want to laugh? You want to laugh, Ryan? My first shiny in my Y game was a nose pass. So that was my
Martin would be proud.
yes.
And we also have our 2 other favorites from the group. We have Air City.
Sitting over
handle.
here rubbing my bronze medal.
Oh, thank God you said bronze medal.
No, don't worry, I got my pants on.
Oh, good.
Yeah, my name is Chris Sayre, also known as Air City. Just another artist who works with animation, illustration, and dabbles in a little bit of comics and whatnot. And really appreciate the invite, guys. Here's hoping that my social awkwardness doesn't kick in.
No, we're happy to invite everyone. Just figured we'd give something back for the people who work so hard for us.
Right.
Yeah, we really do. When you guys go out of your way to make artwork for us, we really do. Really try to make it apparent to plug your stuff on the description, or we're just outright say
No
your
problem. No problem.
No.
The trouble you guys go through making all the videos and whatnot, you guys do good work, so yeah, it's really worth it,
And rounding out our top 3, we have Master MRU.
Behold, it is I.
Okay then.
We let the 3 of
Don't
them.
be so humble.
We let the 3 of them talk it over and decide the topic for this one. So it is Mega Man this time.
Fighting robot.
I don't like it. You can blame us.
Yeah. Basically, to keep things a bit more moving, since there are so many Mega Man games,
Indeed.
we're going to be talking more in terms of series rather than individual games, mostly because within the series they're really samey.
Yeah.
Well, there's
not
not a whole lot.
to mention, we did commentaries over the first,
We
10.
did the entire Mega Man.
except
Classic.
Mega Man and Base.
You're doing, John.
I know. Fuck.
You can do it. I
Thanks for
believe
Mega Man.
So I assume we're gonna start with classic, because classic.
Well, let's start with the first Mega Man game we all ever played, because that's usually how we start these things.
Mega Man 6 for me.
Mega Man
Yeah.
6, same with John.
Yeah. It's Mega Man 6 for me.
For me, oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry about that, man. Go ahead.
Well, for me, it was just the demo of Mega Man 9. I got blindsided by these things that jumped out of the pits in the Concrete Man level, and then I stopped.
It's one of those games.
I really can't recall which was my first classic Mega Man game I played, because
Well, no,
I think
just-
it was 5, but other than
No,
that,
just
I really
first
don't
Mega
know.
Man game, period.
Oh, first Mega Man game, period. Mega Man X.
For me, I think I didn't play a Mega Man game until they started popping up on the Virtual Console. So my first one was Mega Man 1 was
Ouch.
mine.
The first Mega Man game I ever played was actually Legends 2.
What?
Really?
What?
Yes,
Wow.
PlayStation
Because
or
I
N64.
had heard about the series, basically about the character more so because I was playing a lot of games, but I just had never really played them. So now I was browsing through the store, I'm just looking for some PlayStation games. I saw Legends 2, so I'm like, oh, okay, it's a Mega Man game. I should probably try it out. And
Yeah.
I'm
I,
surprised.
I still have it though.
That's a rare game now, isn't it? Like it
No,
goes.
not as rare as the first one.
I don't
Okay.
think it goes for as high of a price as Mega Man Legends 1. Off top of my head, anyway. But
But yeah,
yeah,
other
you
than
were
that, I gave
Legends
the
2.
other than that, I gave the classic and X series a try with the PS2 collections.
So wait,
Well, in terms
alright.
of first. Oh, sorry. Well, I was
No,
just
no,
gonna say like.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I was just gonna say in terms of like first Mega Man game I played, it was actually Mega Man X1. You know, it was the game that I used to play all the time with my cousins and whatnot, and you know,
Same here.
Yeah,
one of the best games ever. I love it.
I
This
will
game makes my
also.
dick rock hard.
I will
Yeah,
also.
just
I
go
will-
in and look at Ego Raptor's video, copy and paste everything he says. You know,
I will
he pretty
jump
much
in-
hit the nails on the head on why that game is so awesome.
I will jump in and say Mega Man 6 was the very first Mega Man game I ever played, but X was the one I played the most.
Yeah,
Because I played I was introduced to X around the same time, 94, 95 ish, and I really just couldn't put the game down. If it wasn't Super Metroid, it was most likely Mega Man X, in terms of shoot 'em up action and stuff like that.
But what about X3, John?
Oh, X3. What about X3? Said everything I
What
need to say.
about it?
It exists.
it exists.
It kind of sucks.
Well, I played it just recently and I just beat it, and it's not as bad as I thought it was, but I will admit,
It's not bad. It's just boring.
yeah, there were points in which I gave it like sighs of relief. Like finally, it's over, you know.
It's the hardest one, isn't it?
And that final boss, well, not if you got the Z Saber, I guess, you know.
Everything's so much better when you play as Zero.
Yeah. And that final boss of Sigma, you know, it pretty much was a cluster, you know, John. Like Matt said, it really does look like a design that they were designing it and they just didn't know when to stop. Though it really is kind of a huge clusterfuck.
And so if we're talking about the good X games, I think the hardest one is 5.
Hardest X game?
Yeah, of the good ones anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not counting like
actual fair
6.
difficulty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not
because I remember
6.
it's far in X5, but I don't think I've ever beaten it though.
X5 just
Anything
gets
X6
obnoxious
and
with-
beyond, it's just doo doo. Even Command. I'm sorry if anyone likes Command.
I
but
hear-
I,
X-
actually, I got a bit of
Dude.
soft spot for Command though.
I
Command
hear-
Mission, the RPG game, right?
Yeah.
yeah, it's a,
Yeah, that
it's
one.
a
Yeah.
piece of crap. I'm sorry. Is that?
Isn't X8 supposed to be
Yeah,
good though?
I heard X8 was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it actually does kind of go back to the roots of the classics and whatnot, where X7 was kind of
Yeah.
doing its own
Let's
thing.
try and make a 3D game out of a series that's been 2D the entire time.
Yeah, bold attempt, I guess, but it
Yeah, it
just
didn't work.
didn't really
It
work.
didn't work. It didn't work. Simple as that. It didn't work. You tried. Too bad. You suck. Go home.
Why do I have to work to play as Mega Man X though? That was my biggest question about it.
Don't you have to like beat the entire game before you can play as X in Mega Man X?
No, you
Not-
have to save. I think you have to save a certain amount of rep plays in the stages.
That, yeah, something like that.
It's stupid.
Yeah. Why do I have to work to play as the main character? I don't know why.
It'd be like having a Mario game where you play as Luigi and Wario.
Oh wait.
Well, you're Luigi, I guess. So.
Well, no, play as Luigi and Mario with no Mario to be seen.
All right.
I'd
That
actually
actually
play
would be a more interesting game, honestly. But
Wouldn't that count as Mario's missing or something?
No.
Oh god, I forgot that game existed.
good reason.
Edutainment, Ouija.
What about Hotel Mario? You remember that?
oh no, you
I
played
was
as Mario.
talking about Mega Man.
Oh yeah, that's right. We completely forgot about our current topic.
I'm actually impressed. 5 minutes in, we've already gloriously went down a glorious spiral of.
Okay, let's re-rail this conversation. We were going to go through by series, starting
does
with
it involve multi-track drifting, Lewis?
possibly classic Mega Man Go.
My favorite series overall. It doesn't. It's not like 1 through 10 are my favorite overall. Just in total, it's just that 2 and 3 are my favorites. Then I would probably put X. But in terms of individual quality of each game, I'd say it's my favorite.
And the most consistent.
Yeah.
It's pretty much a close tie between Classic and X for me. Yeah.
I think I like the classic series more than the X.
Well, the thing with the classic series, besides having more games, is just
It's more simplistic.
it's more
Easier to get
simplistic,
into.
it's easier to get into. It's also easier to stay consistent, which people would often decry as a negative at some point or another. You know,
Well, if you do it too much, it
Well,
is.
more so when you get to like Mega Man 5,
Yeah.
or it's the fifth game in like 4 years.
Well, no. See, the thing about Mega Man 5 though is just that Mega Man 5 I think is the most blatant case of not doing anything new. When it like Mega Man 6 at least had the jet and power adapters.
Yeah.
A fantastic soundtrack.
Yeah, but 5 from 4 did nothing.
Well, you did have that one ride bike section in Wave Man, but that was it.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Like when I
It's
think
pretty
about Mega Man
straightforward.
5 and 4, nothing really comes to mind really.
Well, 4 gave you the power charge.
Yeah, I guess there is that. Yeah.
What about 7 and 8 though? Because when most people talk about classic series in general, I noticed that they really only refer to the NES styled ones. So I'm including 9 and 10 because they're basically NES games too. It's just
I
like
actually own the original Mega Man. I believe it's 7. Is it 7? The one that came out for PlayStation, the one with the grabby hand clamp.
that's 8.
8.
That's 8.
That 8. That's the one I have right now. Actually, I have it.
Does
Sitting
Mega
in
Man
my-
have a high pitched voice in that one?
Yes.
Yes, he
They,
does.
they didn't
Then
change any of
it's
the
8.
cutscenes. They didn't change any of the cutscenes at all for the
Mega
re-releases.
Man's balls haven't dropped yet.
Yeah. I actually
Broken
left that
English
game
and
questioning Mega Man's sexuality after that.
Yeah.
What
Mega Man X and
sexuality
Mega
should
Man
he
Y.
have? He's a robot.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a penis.
Well, he's called
Alright.
Mega Man.
Yes, he's robot, but
And
he's
a man
not
has
built with
needs.
proper grammar.
The 7 and 8 are kind of weird for me. I like them fair enough, but I'll always go back to 2 and 3, and I rarely ever go back to 7 and 8.
Well, doing the Mega Man marathon for my review channel really opened my eyes a bit because until I did that, I never really played or beaten most of the classic Mega Man games. But now I pretty much have the entire classic series under my belt, for better or worse. But I ended up really liking some of the games I finally got to experience. Like Mega Man 7, I thought was better than most people criticize it for.
A lot of
I
people
like that a
seem to
lot.
be very negative about 7 for some reason, and I haven't played it myself. so-
Again, Nate,
It's a bit
since I know you're
disheartening,
listening,
yeah.
I don't hate Mega Man 7. I just don't like it as much as you.
Well, that's like
It's
his
okay, you
favorite-
can
one
have
of
a
his
different
favorite
opinion.
games.
Well, no, it's just that he and I always get into this fake argument every time we bring it up.
But like, in terms of like Mega Man 7 and 8, 7 is actually I wouldn't say the first classic in the series. Actually, the first classic game I played was Power Battle, but in terms of like I know it's kind of weird though, and I had a great time with Power Battle. I actually found it in like an old bowling alley over in the arcade and whatnot, and had a great time, and it's memories I'll cherish always.
What about Mega Man Soccer?
Well, Mega Man Soccer, that's
I
something
actually
else.
have that game.
Yeah.
Sakurai acknowledged its existence.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
I never really got a chance to play any of the spin-offs. It's like soccer. There was also a kart racer, wasn't there?
Everyone
Yeah.
has a kart, every
PlayStation.
mascot character has a kart racer at some point.
Yeah, you could actually
Unless
play
Mega Man is the cart, I don't see why.
No, Rush is the cart.
Good enough.
No, it's boring.
I'm driving my doggy.
Your argument is invalid.
Mario Kart 8 Special Mega Man appearance? Go Kart Rush?
No, Mega Man should become the vehicle.
Tires.
I don't really have much to say about the classic series because I haven't actually beaten any of them. I've dabbled. I didn't really like the 16-bit ones much. I'm not sure why. But conversely, I just have a hard time getting into 8-bit games in general, so it's hard for me to stick with the classic series as a whole.
I've beaten 1 and I've beaten 2. Doc Robot can go fuck itself, so I haven't beaten 3. And I acknowledge their goodness, but I feel like I don't know if it's just I prefer a more story-based or more exploratory-based games, but they're a little bit too run to the right and shoot E for me. So
Jump and shoot, man.
jump and
Jump
shoot.
shoot.
I know that that's all most people need for a video game, but my tastes tend to dabble towards weird indie shit that nobody's ever heard of. So,
I will be
You
sure
know.
to get you a fedora for your birthday, Ted.
oh no, I'm not. Oh, now I'm a douchebag.
Get you a fedora, a plaid jacket,
So fedoras are the new
and-
dunce cap, are they?
And a scarf for measure.
and some tight jeans,
Yeah, I figured it was more the hipster logic right there, bud.
some thick-rimmed glasses. Even though he doesn't need them.
With
I
no
don't even
friends.
like Starbucks.
Blue
An iPad
tinted
and-
Lens,
lenses.
I mean.
Blue
An
tinted
iPad in one
lenses.
hand. iPad in one hand, Starbucks in the other hand.
Well, with
Still working on that novel, Ted?
with Ted's case, I guess it's just preferring one genre over the other. But
Yeah.
Lewis, was there any sort of is there any Mega Man game you ever came remotely close to completing, or were this pretty much all?
No, I haven't put in a whole lot of time in any Mega Man game. But the one I will say I did get a bit more into X when I tried to play it than I did the others. So if I have the time to go back to that, I'll probably finish that one with no problem.
I see. Yeah, of all the Mega Man games I've played and experienced in the classic series, 2 is still pretty much right up there. 3 right next to it.
2 and 3 are my favorites, although I did play
Yeah.
1 first, because basically I got the collection that said, Mega Man 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. It's like,
Yeah.
I'll just start with the first one. This is hard.
Experience where it all started.
Although I eventually got so good at that game, I can't beat it in less than 40 minutes, but
I finally got the Yellow Devil pattern down.
yeah.
It's like I
With or without the
was
cheat.
Yeah.
I was really looking forward to the remake thing of 2 that they were doing, and then they stopped it. What was it
Oh,
called?
you mean
Mega Man
Universe?
Universe?
Yeah,
Mega
that.
Man
Universe.
Universe looked awesome.
I was really excited for that.
Cancelled.
Ah.
I really
Shall we
drove
get
this
the-
car.
All right, then okay. 2-second opinions. Rockman crossover.
What?
Oh, I see. That's how bad it is. Lewis never even heard of the fucking game.
It's a cell phone game, isn't it?
Yeah, the iOS
Oh.
games.
Oh no, is that the one that looks like a Flash game or something?
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah. How about that Mega Man export to the iOS?
Oh, no, okay.
Buy your upgrades to win. Pay to win.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
oh, it's
the best way to
oh,
beat
it's
Sigma is to bribe him.
oh, it's fee to win. But yeah, I more or less got into the. I guess we can move on to the X series because there isn't much to talk about the classic series. I got into the X series around the same time I did the classic, just because I got both of them at the same time. So I do enjoy them. I just feel that sometimes they get a bit too hard for their own good.
The X series was the only series in the Mega Man franchise that I was consistent with throughout. Well, borderline anyway, because I really didn't start getting into the classic series until the last few years. But yeah, it all started for me with X, and then come 2000. When did the X collection come out?
2000 something.
Early 2000s.
I want to say 2002,
Uh,
2002, 2003.
I was able to finally experience. No, because in the late 90s, early 2000s is when I started getting into my emulation craze. And then I was able to experience X2, which I was familiar with since its debut in the mid 90s, but I never really got a chance to play it until the emulation craze. And then
I like X2 pretty well.
X2 I think is fine. To me, nothing ever really gets close to beating X though.
Yeah, for
Even
me
though-
it was X1. It was
I feel
X1.
X4 gets close in some periods.
I would say that even though other games in the X franchise add more things to the formula, I don't always necessarily classify that as good. It's just X is so easy to pick up and play, and so easy to get into.
Would you say they pretty much nailed it with the first one?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they've been playing catch up since.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
I could definitely agree with that.
Four came close, but
No, because when I first played the game, it was over at my cousin's house in Ecuador, and he had a Super NES, and he had the game. And the first time I played it, I got into it, and I kept hogging the controller, like, this is too much fun. And he used to start arguing, like, okay, can I get a turn now? No. I just keep playing and playing. Like, but it's my NES. I don't care.
Would you say that Mega Man X1, would you be able to recommend it to pretty much anyone who's not familiar with the series, though?
Oh,
Yes.
definitely. I
Yeah.
would.
Yes.
Definitely.
It's,
Yes.
it's a great
Before-
starting point.
Before Mega Man X, you can ask me who the hell Mega Man was, and I wouldn't be able to give you an answer. Maybe he's from the television show.
All right.
Da-na-na-na.
Super fighting robot.
He's a super fighting robot, and he's named Mega Man. That's about it.
Mega Man.
I tried to play X when I went on the Virtual Console when that finally came out on there, which was like 2011 or something ridiculously. I'm surprised it took them that long to get the Mega Man games up on that thing, but I don't know. I never ended up beating X. Maybe it was just sort of my mood at the time when I was playing that, because I think it was 2011. I was really starting to get into a lot of different RPGs at that point, so maybe I
But
just
you're
wasn't.
still not caught up, huh?
Yeah, well, true, but maybe it's just because I wasn't in the mood for a jump and shooty type of game at that point. But I don't know.
Even
I
that
just
speak for this one.
I felt less compelled when I played X, and I don't really have any like logical reason why for that, because it's a perfectly well-made game. It's just I feel like I felt like it was easier for me to pick up and play the like Mega Man 2 and beat that all the way to the end than it was for Mega Man X. Because you got to look for like heart tanks and
Well, you don't have to. But...
but you should,
Yeah.
like heart tanks and stuff like, which is weird because normally I like that sort of exploration in a game, but I don't know. Maybe it's just I felt like in a game like that I just want to autopilot, run to the end of the stage and shoot stuff.
And you
I
complained
guess.
about that for classic Mega Man.
Well, no, I didn't complain about it. I just said that.
You are
Oh,
so
God.
fickle, Ted.
I am. Yes, I am. I guess it's when I'm in the mindset to play something like, just sort of a linear action-based game. I don't also want to be looking for stuff and exploring stages and doing that all sorts of things. I kind of want to do either one or the other, I guess is more what I
That's
said.
actually one of the things I really do like about Mega Man X1. There's a lot of ways you can, approach the game. You can either do it like, I want to go ahead and get all the armor in this one. You can do a barrel run in it. You can do like a buster run. There are a lot of ways to actually play it, and I think that's one of the reasons why I really like it so much.
As long as everyone goes kill Penguin first.
Oh, I forgot about that, actually. I actually tried to go for Spark Mantle now first because I love his theme song that much.
Yeah, word. I love Spark Mandrill's stage theme. It's so catchy, especially in the remake for Maverick Hunter. Maverick Hunter's remix is so much. Oh my
Yes,
god!
I love Maverick Hunter right there. That's really good.
Yeah, definitely. I remember when I got my PSP and I first got Maverick Hunters. I'm like, it's the same story all over again with my cousin. I'm not dropping my PSP. I'm just playing Maverick Hunters back to back.
But it's Christmas. It's the time.
I kind of dropped from the call there. Sorry about that, but I will go on and say Mega Man X favorite soundtrack of all series. The entire franchise in general, the X soundtrack is just fantastic to the
What
ears.
about why you wanted Mega Man 2?
I like that thing too, but Mega Man X just creams the shit out of it. I'm sorry.
I agree with that.
Prepare to get lynched.
So are you hoping for an X costume for Mega Man in Smash 4?
Why not?
Well, if Mega Man X is gonna be a Smash, I would actually rather have him be his own character, actually. But I don't know. That's just me, though.
I don't think they'd.
I think the closest we're ever going to get is a costume.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's just gonna be Mario, Dr. Mario scenario all over again. Basically,
Golfing-
one
golfing
clone, but
Mario.
something stronger.
Go karting Mario.
Just rolling around, go kart on the.
They could mix up the moves. There are enough weapons between the two series to do that.
Mario
But-
from the Super Mario TV show.
Which one?
Hey, my Zaros.
Are we talking about Captain
Hey,
Lou or
Zaros.
the cartoon version?
Captain
cartoon.
Lou. No,
Oh.
not the cartoon. Because come on, when you put it down, there's not much difference between the cartoon and regular Mario. It needs to be Captain Lou Albano.
All right, yeah, you're right.
What about the live action movie?
You mean bald head and everything?
Sure, Mario with no hat. All right.
You heard that, Project M? Get to work on it.
No, please don't listen to me.
What Bob Costas again?
Yeah,
Okay.
why not? But
Alright, so we're
with
still on
the
the X series, or
well,
yeah,
I
well,
mean,
there's
Fuck
the,
X6.
I never played X6 though. I mean, what's so bad about X6 if you don't mind telling me though?
well,
Nightmare
it's not
system.
canon.
All right.
Level design's terrible.
Okay.
I
It's
only
not
agree
canon.
I agree that the
The
well,
music's really good, though.
every X game after 5 shits on everything that X5 established, but I don't know, but I don't think X6 is that bad, like because
Don't when we bring Clements in here.
It's heavily
I was just gonna say when it comes to Mega Man X6, the only thing I think of is this angry drunken Canadian dude screaming about how much he hates it. And I'm not sure if I could take his word for it because he looks unstable, but
Word, I was gonna bring up. Why didn't you bring Clement into this? I'm pretty sure he would have
Too
said.
many people.
yeah,
Oh.
Yeah.
he's pushing it.
I played. If we're just talking about the most notorious X games, that's not X7, 'cause that's pretty much a gimme. I played. I rented X6 a few times back when the glorious Blockbuster and Hollywood Video days.
Ah, yes, I remember those.
And I know every time I rented, I've beaten the game with whether it was X or it was Zero, and I never recalled having that miserable of a time. And then come a few years later, when I'm finally getting into internet forums and stuff like that, I go hear everybody saying, "Oh, X6 is the absolute piece of shit of the X series." Like, really?
Yeah.
I don't see why.
Fucking nightmare system.
I agree that the nightmare system was horribly implemented, and the level design can be pretty obnoxious at times. But but this is going into the whole. Maybe it's because I'm better than most people at this sort of thing. But that would be extremely arrogant of me to say.
Oh, you smarmy bitch.
But I just never really had as many issues as I had with other people, which is why I have no problem saying I like X6 more than X3. Because when it comes down to it, I get more enjoyment from X6. X3 bores me. Almost to tears.
That's that.
would you say it's worse than Mega Man X7 though?
That is the thing, though. X7, I'd never beaten because X7 made me want to put the controller down. I never had an X game that made me put the controller down and discuss.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ouch. Ouch.
Wait, did you put it down gently, or did you like
Chunk it off,
drop it,
though.
or?
It takes a lot for a game to make me want to put the controller down. It's like the only time in recent memory I can think of a game ever doing that to me was Blades of Time. Good God, that game is horrible.
Okay.
It's just like it's like I'm not sure if I would react as strongly to X7 as that, but when someone tells me they just put the controller down,
And we're talking about reactionary here. Like, obviously, it wasn't like I yanked the controller out of the controller socket.
I hope not. That would just that would damage it.
The some bitch up and smash my PS2 in an attempt to turn the game off. No, like I was like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. I paused it, turned the thing off, and I gave it back to Hollywood Video.
I actually never played 7 or 8 myself, so.
Well, I'm going to be getting the games at some point or another whenever I do a X-Set marathon. But
Well, you're also doing the X series for us, so.
yeah, there's that too. That's another reason to eventually buckle down and get it. But that's for a later time. I have other things to do.
Do you know?
I do.
Well, you gotta have another playthrough of Super Metroid.
Yeah, why not?
Why not just use the one you did in your stream?
No. 97%. I'm ashamed.
Why don't you do like a 0% run? There you go. You'll be more busy.
That'd be impossible.
No, you can do it. It's possible. By TAS. That's illegitimate.
Do the impossible. See the invisible.
Row.
Row.
Fight the power.
So I guess
Touch the untouchable. Sorry.
that next comes Legends, all 2 of them.
Well, I guess we'll
And
put...
Ron Bon.
Well, in 64.
Oh yeah, the Mega Man
it-
64 is Mega Man Legends.
Yeah.
The only experience I ever had with Legends is the Let's Play we did for the SGB.
The about 5 hours I played trying to play it on my own the first time I got it, and I really haven't touched it much since.
What kind of games are the Legends games?
It's
It's-
Mega Man Tomb Raider,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Pretty much. It's pretty much action RPG adventure. If that's the best way I can put it, really.
Oh God! And this is like back.
Sorry,
when-
that's a bad thing.
how close to Tomb Raider control does it control?
It's pretty tanky.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
great! Wonderful.
I can just tell that from when I was watching Matt play, I was like, wow, this looks like it has pretty obnoxious tank controls, and the whole strafing kind of sealed the deal.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if I
I could just
If
never
I could
get
say
used to the
anything about
controls.
Legends, though, if I could say anything about Legends, though, I actually really did enjoy it, though. It's been a long time since I played it, though. Like, the first time I ever beat it was on an emulator, but I beat it at least, so at least that's saying something about it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for me, I'm sorry. I was gonna say. I'm sorry. No, go. Just go. No, I was gonna say that I
Let's
had a hard
compensate,
time.
like-
We done yet? I like the second one when I do the first one. The first one's like, it was an experiment pretty much. Like you go in a dungeon, it's just pretty much bare, and you just got a few enemies here and there, and you can like investigate walls and stuff. The second one expands on it a lot more. It's not as tanky. It's a little bit more fluid. Like you can control Mega Man, run around and shoot and jump and stuff all the time now.
Like
It's
the
a lot
Sonic
better.
1 effect right there. It's kind of like the Sonic 1 effect where
He's
it
much
really
more
didn't get its
versatile than the
footing.
second.
Where it really didn't get its footing until like the second one or something.
did
You can
was
say that
Legend
about a lot of games.
was Legends 2 released around the time the PS1 had analog control?
I think so.
All right, because it's one thing
I just
I
played with the
will,
regular one, so
I
whatever.
will compliment one thing Legends had. I think I did really well was the art style. You know, for a
Yeah.
PlayStation 1 game, I thought it's one of the things I immediately complimented when we did the Let's Play. Was like, this game actually still looks pretty good, for especially for like a PS1 game, and it helps like the anime style makes it sort of age better throughout the years. You know, because you could look at like Tomb Raider nowadays, like oh god,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much the
Resident
only
Evil 1 or 2.
pretty much the only games on the PS1 that ever looked good were the cartoony styled ones, because with those graphics you can't pull off realistic stuff very well.
yeah,
It's a Wind Waker before Wind Waker.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much that. But
Yeah, because I recall Tompa still looking pretty good.
What I was gonna say is that I never really got into the Legend series because unfortunately my very first time playing the Legend series was on the N64, so that's already a bad sign. So after playing, I just put the controller down. Like, nope, I'm done. I don't want to play
What
any
makes
more of
Mega
this.
Man 64 so much worse than the Legends on the PS2? I mean,
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Well, for me at least, like it felt like the controls was really weird. It's just I couldn't get into it. I guess one was the control, but again, this was years ago, back on the N64. I didn't even know
And
there was a PlayStation version to it.
How early in 3D platforming history was this? Was this while they were still trying to everyone was still trying to figure their shit out with 3D control, or what?
Not sure. I mean, I was young when I played the game, but still, it's just I couldn't get into it. The controls felt weird. Well, I mean, I've heard that the controls are a lot better on the PlayStation than it is on the N64. Well, again, I was young, but still, I just couldn't get into the game, and because of that, I didn't even bother with the second game.
Mega Man
19
Legends came out in '97.
yeah, so at that time we had Mario 64, Crash 1, Crash 2 came out the same year.
Ah.
So,
Oh,
Yeah, that
Crash
makes
2
sense.
came out the same year. That probably means no analog control, because Crash 2 didn't get that until later printings.
yeah, you have to use the D-pad to control Mega Man in Legends.
Legends
Yeah.
2 came out in 2000 though, so I can understand. By that point, there had already been stuff like Banjo-Kazooie and a whole lot of other 3D platformers. So I can understand where it had a lot more reference, I guess, to be better with that game.
And then there's Legends 3, which almost came out but didn't.
Yeah.
Damn it. I'm sad about that.
What are you guys' overall opinions about that? Like, were you guys looking forward to Legends 3 before?
I would have gotten it.
Yeah, I was really curious about it. I would like to see it, really come through. Like
Well, I mean,
overall, I
it-
actually I feel pretty sorry for a lot of the fans who were really looking forward to it, because I hear like a lot of fans like actually Bought a
People-
3DS for the game, actually, I think. At least that's
People
what I
went
heard.
ape shit when they announced that Mega Man Legends 3 was canceled. I mean, I was always more interested in Mega Man Universe, so I was more upset about that cancellation than this one. Because, being honest, I never really had a whole lot of interest in Legends to begin with, but damn, that response just sort of broke
yeah,
my
the
heart
one
to
thing
see
that-
that many fans get so upset about that.
Yeah, then
Like,
Capcom
Jesus.
said, "Oh, nobody wants to
Nobody
support it, so
wanted
we're
one, and
canceling."
I'm just
They
like,
wanted
have
to
you
blame the
looked
fans
at the
for it.
internet?
Yeah.
I mean, I
They
was
wanted to blame
curious.
the fans for it. That's a real heartbreaker. I wasn't so much depressed about Mega Man Legends 3 and itself being canceled. I would have liked to see the game, but it's just a bummer to see, like, it was just a part of, like, seeing my favorite Blue Bomber it's another nail on the coffin for him,
Yeah. My
'Cause this was
biggest.
canceled, like, right after Universe, right?
I think
Yeah.
so.
I think they were both. They were both canceled within days of each other, at the very least.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was just a real bad sign for me, really.
And I was just curious about it because we've had the PS2 era, in a current generation of just being able to refine 3D movement, platforming, all that stuff. So I wanted to see what they could do with that, with all the stuff we know now in game design. So
Yeah. But to blame the fans, though, that's
That's a
No,
low blow.
that's
That was a
Capcom has
low blow.
Yeah.
Capcom has this thing where if they don't get massive sales and massive support, it doesn't exist.
But you had
And,
fans who were willing to sell their firstborn
Darkstalkers.
child for it.
Darkstalkers, okay. There was they did this thing where Darkstalkers Resurrection. They did an HD online multiplayer re-release of Darkstalkers 2 and 3 on the PSN and Xbox Live. Okay, they didn't sell a whole lot of that. And they used that as the basis for we're not making more Darkstalkers. They compared it to like releases like Street Fighter 3 or their other re-releases. But the thing is, those re-releases came out with other new games and stuff coming out around them. So the whole thing just sort of fed into each other.
Was it marketed?
Probably not.
Not very
'cause-
much. Not very much. No, a lot of people didn't even know it existed, and that's another thing. Because I only found out by word of mouth in a chat room.
I don't think I need to
That
bring up
works.
Ace Attorney Investigations 2 again because it's been. Oh, it'll be 3 years in January. I'm pretty sure. So yeah.
it's never coming out here.
It's like Capcom doesn't know how to market anymore. They just think that their things should sell because they exist, and that's why the only really big things they bother with anymore are Street Fighter and Resident Evil.
so kind of chalk it up to arrogance, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, if it doesn't involve someone throwing a Hadouken, they're not selling.
Well, with that logic, Mega Man X should be the best game ever made.
Yeah, but look at the treatment they're giving it now. For fuck's sakes, the
Well,
creator
maybe
can't get any say in this.
Maybe they should give Dante the ability to use the Hadouken. That'll make that Devil May Cry 5 sell.
I bet it would.
That would actually be kind of cool. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
How would a quarter circle forward work in 3D? Let's try to figure that out.
You down on the control. You push down. You push
Are we
down the
talking
control
about?
stick and do forward to backward.
Wait,
Oh wait,
Lewis.
no, they already have a motion like that in Devil May Cry 4. It's awkward as hell.
Wait, Lewis. I was gonna ask: are we talking about original Devil May Cry Dante or DMC?
Original. Good God, no.
I guess DMC doesn't exist.
Don't bring that twat back ever again.
Or Dante.
Alright, but back on topic to Mega Man. What other series do we have?
The Zero
what do we have?
series.
All right, let's
Zero
go with
series, I
Zero
believe,
after
came this.
Legends?
This
Zero.
series is hard as fuck.
Yeah,
Zero's
the hardest,
hardest.
without a doubt, probably the hardest series in the entire.
I barely got into the first one, and it is kicking my ass
That's
hard,
the
man.
easiest one.
This is actually the series I've gone into so many times. I've played all 4 games. Well, not most of the 4th one, but I can definitely say that it's stupidly hard, but it's very pretty to look at. The Zero series. it's stupid hard, but it's because like with you, Johnny, with Legends, you said it was like the art style that drew you in. The same thing was that with me with the Zero series. I mean,
guess I
granted, I
understand.
don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna say like I don't know why Zero looks so short and feminine, but yeah, whatever floats your boat. At least the robots look pretty.
Yeah, I guess I can understand your point about the graphics because, going back to like the classics, I can understand why everyone hates Mega Man at base, but something about it I really do like for some reason. But,
But
going
definitely
back,
the controls, it definitely plays like it plays like the X series. That's probably something I like about it. It plays like the X series, so it's something familiar. You got the dash, you got the wall jump, but you're playing at Zero, so it's even better.
and if I could
One
say anything
shot kill.
about if there's anything I can say about the Zero series, I love the art style of it too. The new artwork and the new character designs they introduced to it, I love it actually.
Except for
Hell.
X wearing a twatty dress.
What?
Everyone that's not like a giant mechanical looking animal, they all kind of have like this tidy whitey thing going on.
Yeah.
Robots and cyber elves and humans are fighting amongst each other. Meanwhile, X
fairies.
is Jesus.
And wearing a stupid dress.
Spirits.
And wearing a stupid dress.
Yeah.
Hell, I have the complete artwork book. The art book that came out for it, I got it.
I was. They have a DS collection with all the games on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
I've been considering getting that, but I suck at games in general.
Zero was. I first encountered Mega Man Zero via a Game Boy Advance emulation, because when it came to like my emulation binge, it was actually a lot of Game Boy Advance titles that I really started splurging on, and Zero was one thing because I actually really liked when it came to playing Mega Man X6. I actually really ended up like playing as Zero a lot. Double jump, the Z Saber, and all that kind of shit. So when I figured, we got a game entirely focusing on Zero, he kind of looks like a tool with his redesign. But I never really liked Zero's redesign in the Zero series.
A little too feminine for its own good.
I never understood why they needed to change it. Really, I mean, I get like the in-story explanation is that he's been shut down for so many years. You got a lot of degradation going on.
I think it's just a different art style, just a different.
No, it's just a different. It's just a different art style altogether. Because think of it this way. Think of it like, okay, the first 2 Star Wars movies was live action, and the third one suddenly with puppets. It's basically the same story, but a different art point of view.
That's jarring.
I guess give it a
Very,
breath
very
of fresh
jarring.
air, I guess.
Well, it's there's a point where changing up looks is okay, and then there's a point where it's just, why did you do that?
Yeah,
And
that was my stance on it. Like, I get there's different art styles, and then there's.
I mean, there's a difference between classic and X series, but they still look relatively close. I can tell they're meant to be related in some ways. When you go to Zero, it's just kind of like, what?
Yeah.
Everything was made more cutesy. Like, everyone's eyes are enormous in the Mega Man Zero series, and it really, with the exception of maybe a few of the some of the boss encounters, nobody looks particularly threatening. Compared to X series, obviously, but but Mega Man Zero, the first one, is the only Zero game I've beaten, and even then, that was only once, and that was over 10 years ago.
The series is too damn hard.
I don't remember. I don't remember how far I got into Zero 2 before stopping, which lead me to not even begin to attempt to play Zero 3. And I wasn't even aware that Zero 4 existed until the DS collection.
Yeah.
Actually, 03 is my personal favorite. It's more fun. And the way I got into the series is, it's really messed up. The way I got into it is that I was over someone's house, and the person I hated this person. So before I left, I noticed that he has a GBA game on his counter. He wasn't looking, so I'm like, you don't need the
Oh,
business.
you're one of those people.
So wait, why were okay?
Cold as ice.
My question is why you were at their house if you hated them to begin with.
Did you like everyone else, but he was just that one guy you couldn't stand?
I think I was forced to go. It was like some kind of visit, like a family visit or something. I don't remember. This was long ago.
okay.
I'm like, I just couldn't stand the person, so I just took the game like, you don't need this anymore.
You're a monster. I want my copy of Superstar Saga and 10-2 back.
Never. So
That's why I don't lend my games out to anyone.
Yeah.
The one I took was 02. I actually finished that. Okay, I'll admit a little help with the action replay, but I did finish it eventually. Then I went into the other series, and it just glued me in. Stupidly hard, but I still love that series.
The thing is, it's been so long since I've played Zero, I can't remember if it was like legitimate hard or bullshit hard. Because
Well, it's
I
on the
gave-
GBA, so it has
I
some
gave
screen crunch issues.
I gave Mega Man and Base so much shit. But the thing is, I don't exactly remember my full experience of the likes of Zero, and I can't tell if it suffered from the same problems. But I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt. I really do need to go back and play the series again at one point or another.
Eventually.
What about you, Mr. U?
I've only ever played the first game, and my opinion is pretty much the same as everyone else's.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I don't
That
have anything to say.
simplifies things.
Okay.
And then we got the ZX series and the
Well,
ZX
Battle
Advent.
Network. Battle Network came out first. I've got the.
Now we start getting into alternate universe territory.
Well, BattleNet. There's a fuck ton of Battle Network games. Like there's
I don't
six.
think it's an alternate universe though. I think
No,
it's
no,
actually
I think
all
it is.
one
What
consecutive
is Battle
timeline.
Network?
Battle Network
It's an
is an
RPG.
RPG.
Start with
No,
that question. What is Battle
I
Network?
think the RPGs are in a separate universe. But I'd have to check. But anyway, yes, what are the Battle Network games?
I'm gonna be here. I have nothing to say for Battle Network. I have never.
Me neither.
The
I have-
first answer I'm getting is a yawn. What does that say about the series?
Well, if there's anything I can say about Battle Network, it was my first GBA game, and I had fun with it. And there you go. It's been a long time since I played through the whole thing, actually, though. So my memories of it are actually kind of vague, though.
The only
What
thing I
Pretty much
remember about that,
RPG mixed with Yu-Gi-Oh, kind of,
the
sort
only
of.
thing I remember about Battle Network is that it had a really crappy anime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
That would
what,
be that
ki- what kind of game is it? What genre?
It's an
RPG.
Yeah,
Oh.
with some
Oh.
card
Like a-
elements mixed into it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you get
Oh.
some like all the robot masters from the first series, they all have like badass super forms that you can summon and shit.
Oh,
It's a pretty
wait.
solid game, and
Wait,
in
is it
terms
like-
of gameplay style, it's actually pretty
i-
unique.
Is it sort of like the Metal Gear Acid of the series or something?
Not really.
Metal Gear Acid didn't get nearly as many games.
Yeah, there's like
it has-
there's 6 main series Battle Network games, and then there's like a GameCube one and Battle Network Chick Challenge, which I have
What's
no
that?
idea what that's supposed to be. It looks like some sort of I don't even know.
Yeah, the GameCube one at the least kind of goes back to the classic formula a little bit. You jump
Yeah.
and shoot, you slide a little bit, but you still get the chips in that one. So, it's a pretty cool little spin-off, little neat project, I guess.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
And I know this probably came out after. Like, what about Star Force? Anybody heard,
Star
like-
Force is another RPG, from what I can tell, that's set in the future. It's
Yeah.
a separate series from Battle
It's
Network.
pretty much set in the same world as Battle Network. I
It's
can't really say
spin-off.
much about it really because I only played the first one, and even that one I'm only like halfway through it really.
So I take it no one here is.
I
Really
have no
has
experience with
played
any of the RPGs.
Yeah,
Nope.
yeah, neither do I. I just know it exists, and I guess that counts for something.
And I know that I heard that all the RPGs are in like a separate universe or Wily's network stuff was implemented instead of robotics, but
Well, actually, from what I've heard, that it's apparently a split timeline from the classic series, so it's either it goes to the X series or the Battle Network series. But I'm,
Yeah, I hear
I'm more leaning towards the alternate universe.
Yeah, I hear the Battle Network. I don't know where I heard it from, but apparently it's supposed to be set way like in the future or something like that. I'm not really sure, but I don't know. That's at least what I heard.
Cyborg.
But I know that chronologically, that eventually it ends with Legends, because you have the classics, then you have the X, the Zero, the ZX series, and then you get Legends.
Yeah, now that's what I heard.
yeah.
Because I think it's in the ZX series that they kind of had little nods to Legends. So I guess that kind of is a way to confirm it, confirm its continuity. Because if from what I remember from Legends, there's like these rooms with like these red eyes looking at you or something like that. In the either it's the Zero games or the ZX games, they have those same kind of structures of like these red orb eyes just like looking at you or something.
Man, back in my day, chronology was simple. The first game was first, the second game was second, and the third game was always a prequel.
That sums it up.
Zelda.
What about spin-offs?
Metal Gear Solid does that too.
Yeah.
So actually, ZX, I guess, is the last one that people hear. Well, it's actually the last one, period. Unless if we wanted to talk about Mega Man crossover. I assume no one here wants to talk about Mega Man crossover.
What about that first-person shooter X game?
Oh yeah, the one that kind of looks like Metroid Prime, right?
Yeah, and that got immediately canceled after like 2 screens were released.
I
Yeah.
guess they finally realized it was a bad idea.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
wait.
it did look like they were trying to Shadow the Hedgehog-ify it, which
Oh, God.
No,
No.
I would say it almost looks more like Bomberman Act Zero.
Bomberman, yes, that was what I was thinking first.
oh god, don't mention Bomberman Act Zero. That thing does not exist.
Jeez. I remember seeing that in the store.
Yeah,
I took one look at the cover for that, and I'm like, oh, this game looks cool. What series is it? Bomberman? Really? Oh man.
But ZX is a Metroidvania, isn't it? If I've heard
Yes,
correctly. Oh,
It kind of is. It kind of plays like. It kind of has like a Metroidvania feel to it, but it.
Yeah, there's a lot more exploring elements into it.
Bomberman is this little big head dude with big black narrow.
Can't let it go.
Let it go, Lewis. Let it go. Let it go.
Bomberman for Smash Brothers. There you go.
I love Bomberman for Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
It's just, I've never even touched a Bomberman game either, and that's how badly that transition offends me.
Yeah, I guess I can see where you're coming from. I never touched a Devil May Cry game, but as soon as I saw DMC, yeah, I kind of knew it was going in the wrong direction.
I was itchy. I was weird. I had mixed feelings about that, but it wasn't until I actually started seeing the game in like as a whole that I started to just outright not like it. Because I was fine with the idea of a reboot. The smoking thing didn't bug me that much. They removed that anyway, so why am I bothering? But it's just the final product was like too edgy for me. Even by Devil May Cry standards.
Dubstep everywhere.
The music is also offensive to me.
Back to Mega Man, because we can get to Devil May Cry later.
The ZX games. The ZX games only had 2, right? It was only 2 in the ZX series. There was ZX and the ZX Advent.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, never had any experience with Advent though.
No.
Advent is. I think, in my opinion, Advent's a hell of a lot better than ZX, at least story-wise and gameplay-wise, because in Advent you get to actually play as the bad guys, sort of.
Oh, so it's kind of like powered up in that sense, huh?
More or less. I mean, you literally transform into the last bad guy you defeated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the gimmick is that the new biometal called Biometal A. Obviously, when I first saw it, it has to be based off Axel from the X series. So, and he had this copying ability, and in Advent you have the same copying ability that you get to take the information of the robot master that you beat, and you can literally play an entire level as that robot master. Granted, like 2 of them really sucked. Like they're only good for like one certain section. Like one of the bad guys, his name is Chronoforce. He's basically a giant like stingray looking thing. He's only good in water levels, but as soon as he's on land, he can't move.
Better or worse than Oil Man?
Good point. And then
Those
there's
lips are
another
just
one.
offensive.
And then there's this flower-based bad guy. that who only works and like climbing up certain vines and wires, and that's about it. Other than that, he just sucks balls.
Excellent game
Well.
design.
And then there is that secret. When you beat the game on, I believe, normal or hard mode, you get the secret ending. And with that secret ending, spoiler, but one of the good guys go bad. I'm like, when's the next game coming out? And it never happens. So
Oh, you mean like
just ruined the whole game for me now.
okay.
Oh,
Okay,
there's no next game. You mean like they're all the other series?
Okay, I'll ruin it for you right now. At the end of the game, it turns out that one of the three sages that were supposedly, one of the remaining sages decides to go evil and says the world needs to be reset. And then it just fades to black. I'm like, rage.
Real cliffhanger, huh?
Don't you love cliffhangers?
No. I want to push someone off that cliffhanger if they don't give me my next game. Just no, because then you see, because the thing is that you have like these knockoff guardians, a reference to the Zero series. Supposedly you kill them at the end of the game, but in the secret ending they're alive and well, and they're just siding with the evil sage man, and the world's gonna reset. And I'm like, ugh, fuck this cliffhanger.
I hate secret endings that completely negate everything you do.
That didn't answer anything.
And it doesn't help that the funny thing is that these sages, they're named after the doctors, like there's Thomas Light, Albert Wiley, and some other guy, Mikhail. I don't care about him. The obvious bad guy.
Yeah, Cossack.
Yes, Cossack Mikhail.
Russian dude.
Exactly, the Russian dude. It's pretty obvious that the bad guy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to offend any Russians out there.
I just want to know how are they sages considering they're all douches.
Well,
Wiley slightly more so than Light, but
well, Mikhail doesn't really do anything in Advent. Albert is the obvious sage gone rogue in Advent, and then there's Thomas Light, who's like, you gotta stop Albert, or blah 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 blah. And then in the secret ending, he suddenly turns evil and be like, maybe Albert wasn't wrong all along. Maybe we have to destroy this world or something. So like, I knew it. Dr. Light was the asshole the entire time.
what a shock!
Status quo.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So
we're out of Mega Man subseries. I thought that we'd never.
who did that? What did that cricket impersonation? That was actually pretty good.
That was Chris.
Oh,
Yeah, right here.
so everyone needs a professional cricket imitator. Chris, you can
Man, forget being an artist, man.
I mean, I could go into a little bit tiny more into the ZX, because again, that's something I've played a lot more recently. Story-wise, the story is pretty okay. I didn't like that whole split, like, if you play a guy or you play a girl, then, it's basically the same story. That's something that kind of threw me off in the first ZX game, but in Advent, it's literally like two different point of views from two characters. One's a Reploid, one's an actual human. And you basically play the same story, but from like different perspectives. Little twist ending, which if you want to be technical, both these stories could happen at the same time, because the male character, who's, I believe his name's Gray, he's basically a robot, a Reploid version of Albert when Albert wants to get a new body. And the female character, Ash, she's literally a descendant of Albert. So that'd be kind of cool, like two Mega Mans running at the same time. But I guess that's all I can just.
As a Mega Man.
Works for
I'm
me.
cool with that. Yeah, hey, I'm cool with that.
Would you transform? Did you get Chunk?
What?
It's Mega Man.
We'll say that to Mega Woman and Mega Girl.
There's always Rocco-chan, I guess.
Yeah.
So, has anybody here played any of the handheld Mega Man games besides?
Oh God, there's more.
You mean like Mega Man I, Mega Man II, Mega Man I, V, and B.
Well, I have Mega Man 2 for Game Boy.
I
and
don't
that's
know,
considered
Ted.
to be the
Mega
worst
Man
one.
I sounds really hard.
Is that the one where you play as Alpha 5?
No, it's the one I mentioned with
Okay,
Taylor.
keep in mind that saying Mega Man I is actually still less syllables than saying Mega Man Roman numeral 3. All right.
What about that really weird and depressing one for the PC?
Oh,
The Rock Band Adventures.
Oh, the one where
Oh,
Quickman dies?
Yeah,
Oh.
Roll Dice.
No, Super Rockman Adventure was a PlayStation and Saturn game.
Oh, okay, my bad then. But
okay.
Super Rockman Adventure.
I actually been
game
wanting
was
to
it?
play that game, actually.
I've only ever seen cutscenes of it.
Yeah. Would you say it's better just to watch the cutscene than to play the game?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, the Archie comics are adapting that right now, under the Curse of Ra Moon saga, and that's pretty much all you need to read in order to catch yourself up on Super Rockman Adventure.
Oh, so that's what it's based on. Yeah, because unfortunately, the borders around here, it's gone forever. So little access to comics and whatnot. So I haven't really been catching up with the Mega Man comic lately.
Yeah.
Is that any good?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Because, like, I don't read,
Sonic
I-
comic, really.
yeah, I don't read the Sonic comic, and I haven't read the Mega Man comic. And people say that they're good, but,
Well, the Sonic
these
comic
people
is
also like the Sonic comic, so I
the
don't
the
exactly
Sonic
trust
comics are kind of. It depends on which writer and which artist you're talking about. The recent ones are fine.
Not to go off
You
on,
Ken Penders.
not to,
Ian Flynn had to come in and kind of save things, I guess.
not to
Yeah.
go off too much on a Sonic comic tangent, but if you're gonna jump in, do it now because they're rebooting everything.
Oh shit!
But then again, didn't they say the same thing about the Genesis arc or something?
Genesis is
Well-
what instigated it, but they're starting to reboot the entire continuity.
Well,
Was it all Sonic,
I think what happened is that the artist, that one of the writers from the old series, sort of lawsuited for all of his characters back, and they can't
And
use
Was
half
it-
the shit that
Was
they're.
it Ken Penders?
It was Ken
I-
Penders.
I think, yeah, that was the one, and they can't use a lot of the stuff that they have established
Well,
anymore.
all the Echidna
so,
stuff anyway.
yeah, and so they just sort of said, "Fuck it, we're starting over."
Yeah, but the Mega Man comics are pretty good. You know,
What
the
about
original.
that Brazilian comic?
What about the Brazilian comic?
There's a Brazilian comic.
Yeah,
from
That's
the,
how
eight-
it-
from the 80s,
that's
and it's
how-
weird as shit.
yeah, that's how infamous it is.
Okay. Are we talking like Silver Age or something like that?
Oh no, this
No.
is beyond comprehension.
Okay.
But
Just go into Google image search and do Mega Man Brazilian comic.
Okay.
All right.
Oh my.
Oh, okay. Oh, let's. First. Okay, the first thing I see when is a girl not wearing a top. And
Yep.
What? But this is
All
Mega
right, fine.
Man.
I'll look it up.
Mega Man. Cartoon.
Can this be
blue
the background
robot
for the
thing.
retrospective?
Which one?
Hold on. I'll put it
With
into
the,
the Skype
the
chat.
Cantado one?
Yeah, Cantado. Can
Yeah.
that be the background? Hey, Will.
No,
Thank
that,
you.
that won't be
Wait.
the background, but
post the link on this chat. I want to see this.
Ah,
Oh, God.
jeez. What am I looking at here?
What the hell?
and don't
What?
All right.
and don't forget
Wait.
don't
What-
forget
what is-
super muscled Dr. Wily.
It's just a random naked blonde chick with a Mega Buster.
It's
What?
her role,
Why?
Yeah.
That's what? That's roll?
Yeah, that's roll.
I thought she had a vacuum cleaner.
Why?
Yeah, I found a cover of Proto Man and
What-
Mega Man
why?
fighting and
Just
roll without her shirt or something. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Yeah, she's butt
So by the
naked.
Best face ever. Best face ever.
Yeah.
Why the hell?
Mega
I
Man
think I
looks like
found
he's
my
stoned.
lifetime.
Okay, what's this? What?
Yeah, I was gonna say my appreciation for the Archie comic has greatly heightened at the very least.
Yeah. Never take anything for granted, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Patrick Spaziani.
Jeez,
we,
that is the creeperest Mega Man I've ever seen. Not creepiest, creeperest.
We're going to have at least show the viewers what we're looking at.
Well, like
On
I
the
said,
other-
they could just search Mega Man Brazilian comic and you'll see all these images that we're
Yeah,
adding to.
it's
On the other
really
hand, Dr. Wily looks like, I don't know, Mega Man '06 Dr. Wily.
Oh no.
Oh God.
That is a great way to put it, actually.
yeah.
Mega Man 06. All right.
So, do we have
Oh,
any
God.
final lingering thoughts on the Blue Bomber himself? Go down one
Well-
by one, I guess.
He's going
well-
to be in Smash,
Yeah, looking forward to seeing him in Smash.
because it's probably the only thing he'll ever be in again.
I swear, the 12-year-old me is just crying. You know, Mario, Sonic, and Mega Man all in the same game together. So,
Yeah.
you know.
What about Pac-Man?
What about
What
Pac?
about Pac-Man?
well,
The
Pac-Man,
moment that Pac-Man
The
tried to be a
Pac-
platformer, he started to suck.
no,
Okay.
those are okay.
Yeah.
No, I just want Pac-Man in just so we can have the three oldest video game characters ever in one game
Yeah.
together. Mr. Game
Well,
and Watch Donkey Kong.
Pac-Man did had his chance at Mario Kart. Does that count?
Sure.
Yeah, there was a. It's in Japan or something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
never, I never
Why
got released
Pac-
here.
Why Pac-Man? Why not Crash Bandicoot?
So he's a Sony character.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure PlayStation All-Star is still asking the same question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but if we got Crash Bandicoot now, it'd be Tattoo Crash. Fuck that shit.
When
And
it comes,
but what if they add Spiral from the the Skylanders series?
Depends. Is he voiced by Elijah Wood all of a sudden?
Like, have you seen this? Have you seen Spiral from the Skylanders?
I'd rather not look.
Yeah,
Ah.
I've seen his design. Yeah.
Skylanders is an okay game. It's just not a Spyro game.
I think they really just use Spyro just to market it. I think.
Yeah, that's it. But then again, half the kids playing the game barely even know who Spiral is.
Yeah, and I don't even see Spyro in the commercials or anything like that anymore.
Nope.
But when it comes to Mega Man, I do acknowledge that the games are at least that most of the games are good. I know that there's a few that the fans really don't like, but I guess it's just due to the fact that I didn't really start playing the games until I was a teenager, that I don't really have that big of a connection to any of them. Because it's like, Mega Man's good. It's just nothing that I can really manage to get super excited about, I guess, is more my stance on the guy. That's really that's really all I have to say about him, I guess.
Mega Man, the series that's done to death and should continue to be done to death.
No, it's already dead.
Yeah.
Well, fuck.
Actually the best.
Oh man.
That's the best use of that term ever, because when people say "done to death," something's never actually been done so much that it actually died, and Mega Man died.
Well, look at it, Ted.
Yeah, but
look at it
he's
this
in the
way.
process of
Everyone was saying,
reincarnating.
when would you guys stop making Mega Man? And well, they stopped. And well, where's Mega Man now?
Everyone threw a bitch fit.
He's reincarnating. He's reincarnating as
No,
Mighty
Ted, look
Number
at-
9.
Mighty number
Look-
9. There you go.
No, I was gonna say, look at it this
I'm
way.
so worried about that
Mega
plunder.
Mega Man is so dead that the presidents of Capcom are just literally just holding up his body, like puppeting him, saying, "Hey, check out our new games," and he's just flopping around.
It's so dead they have to hijack a fan project for
They're
his
pulling
anniversary.
Oh man, yeah, that was.
He's so
was
dead that they're pulling
heartbreaking.
a weekend at Bernie's. Is what
Yes.
I'm saying.
Yes, only voodoo magic will be the only thing that will resurrect Mega Man.
I want to see a Weekend at Bernie's version now, where it's Capcom's president and Mega Man. I think, and it's just the president of Capcom going to big gaming conventions and trying to convince people he's still alive.
Still here.
Just give it sunglasses and a fedora hat and a trench coat.
Yeah.
Nobody will ever know. Wait, but one thing. I think was it you, MRU, that you're worried about Mighty Number 9?
Yes.
What is it?
Wow.
What is it? Do you want to elaborate, or you just have like a gut instinct that something might go wrong?
It's really just a gut instinct. It's like,
I donated
You're
$35, man. Don't make me regret it, man.
well, I guess I won't say anything. Don't ruin your hopes.
Well, from what little we've seen, it does look pretty interesting, but we'll see.
Yeah, it
I
looks
guess.
I think the
interesting.
only thing that people have to worry about Mighty Number 9 is overhyping it. I
Yeah.
guess
Yeah.
because there's a lot of attention on Mighty Number 9, so I think people who are expecting something like utterly groundbreaking might be disappointed if it only ends up being
Why,
just.
wait, why
Just
would they be
Megaman
expecting
something,
something utterly groundbreaking when they're looking for like a vaguely
Because
classic
people are
Mega
dumb.
Man experience?
Well, it's
Because
really from
people
the hype
are
that-
dumb.
Well, it's really from the hype from the fact that, Mega Man's he's been dying out lately. So finally we have somewhat of a revival of him. And so, people are
Yeah,
actually
I
pretty
think
excited.
I think people are more. And it can go both ways, but there are people that are looking forward to it because Keiji Inafune is going back to what he was really good with in his heyday, and secondly, there is the aftermath of the aspect. It's like, say, if Mighty Number 9 ends up being a critically acclaimed game in both ratings and sales, then that can garner interest again in Mega Man, which could revitalize him indirectly.
You're right. Well, either way, it's not going to be groundbreaking. It's going to be a side-scroller RPG with some sweet music and sweet art.
Well, technically, Mighty Number 9 is going to appear first in what, Ninja Gaiden Z or whatever it is.
What?
He's going to be a extra costume in one of the the next Ninja Gaiden games.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
All right.
Why?
Yeah.
What?
Wait, he's gonna be a costume in Ninja Gaiden? Or
Look, that's like
Something
making
that, yeah.
that's like making Crash Bandicoot a costume in Call of Duty.
Hey, I would
it-
play it if
that's right.
that exists.
No,
Yes,
no,
that's
no,
the
no,
many people that
not
I-
Tattoo Crash.
No,
Not even Tattoo Crash. The ones from the old PlayStation 1 commercials where it's
I
just
was
the guy in
just
the
about to
suit.
say that. The guy in the Crash Bandicoot costume.
Oh, not the Japanese commercial one.
No, the American
there was a few American Crash Bandicoot commercials. This guy in a Crash Bandicoot costume.
And he would just drive around to like Nintendo headquarters and badmouth.
Dude,
I remember those commercials.
I
Yeah,
love
I
those
actually
commercials.
remember
Pizza.
those.
I remember those.
if they did that, if they made an FPS about a guy running around in a Crash Bandicoot costume shooting shit, what they wouldn't have made was Call of Duty. They would have made Hotline Miami 3D.
I'd play.
Seriously, though, fuck Call of Duty.
At the very least, the sales are at the very least their sales are drastically down this year.
Yay!
People are finally sick of it.
We have
mean-
to actually try.
I mean, people are complaining that Pokemon's just the same game every year, but like at Call of Duty, but whatever.
Pokemon at least mixes things up a little more than every FPS ever made.
I think the only difference is that Pokemon is not a yearly series.
That too. That helps a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
a good thing.
Little time between installments helps people, cool down, play other things.
Okay. So
Yeah, Mega
that
Man.
was Mega Man.
Is there anything else Mega Man
We
related?
barely talked about Mega Man.
I mean, unless you want to talk about the animated
It really
series.
that did.
I'd give it a comfortable 33%.
Unless you want to talk about the animated series.
What, the Ruby Spears one?
Super Fighting, great theme song.
Lion people.
They
Well,
had a,
actually,
they had a
Megaman-
cool little crossover with X in the
What?
cartoon. Yeah, they had a little special guest, Mega Man X.
Yeah.
With Vile and
Vile.
Sigma.
Time travel.
What?
It's actually technically the only time Mega Man and X have actually crossed over together.
Huh.
What's up,
Except
man?
for Mega Man crossover.
Well,
Oh, so it's like
that
Day
doesn't
of the
fucking count.
Doctor, except not.
Sort of, yeah.
Here's a interesting theory. Where do you guys think Mega Man X came from? I assume that he was built off the original Mega Man.
There are lots
Yeah,
of theories.
That's what I usually think, like at some point.
He's just an upgraded classic Mega Man.
Yeah, like at some point, Zero comes to life, starts wrecking shit up, and somehow kills Mega Man. And I don't know, Dr. Light comes in and brings Mega Man back to life as Mega Man X, maybe.
I believe
Yeah,
that.
I always believe that when Zero was awakened, he annihilated the shit out of classic Mega Man, which they'll never do in terms of a game because nobody wants
That
to
would
see
be horrific.
Nobody wants to see the Blue Bomber die.
Yeah.
But
I never really want to see that because I'm
It's,
still scarred by Tom 1's death from Toonami, so don't do that to me for Mega Man.
I always got the implication that Zero destroyed classic Mega Man and then Dr. Light built X from the remains.
Yeah.
It's kind of a freakish Frankenstein story when you think about it, but
Yeah.
But it works.
Oh,
What
so
about
you
the
so
Megas?
It's a little fan theory I like to use to help me sleep at night. Mega Man isn't really dead.
Ooh.
What about the Megas? Do you guys listen to the Megas? Because that's actually, I think when I'm thinking of anything Mega Man related, I actually have listened to the Megas probably more than any other artist on my iPod.
What
Yeah,
about the
what's
what
that
about
one
Proto
song?
Man?
The Proto, I don't. Proto Man are okay, but I like the Megas better. Yeah, I said it. Come at me, fanboys. What you gonna do? Huh? Come at me, bro. Huh? But yeah, I
Listen,
love
someone's
that shit.
beating at your door, like, open up, you little shit.
Oh no, that's always been there. I've learned to ignore that.
Ted, forever the butt monkey.
I can't say anything about the Megas, but I can recommend like the 20th and 25th anniversary rock and techno mix albums
Yeah, those are good.
that Capcom.
Oh
just-
yes,
those are fantastic.
yes they are.
When's History Repeating Red coming out? It's been like a year and a half. Guys, get on that. That is all. Sorry. Ready?
Ow!
Where's my Shadow Man song?
All right, one other piece of trivia. Who is your favorite Robot Master?
Mine's a tie between Cutman and Quickman. Love those two.
Shadow
I really
Man
got a
here.
I really got a soft spot for Tango Man, actually.
I really can't say for the classic series because I haven't played much of it, but do the Zero and ZX count for your
Sure.
question?
Sure.
Sure.
Just anything would be fine.
Yeah, why not?
I'd have to say, sure, probably the Mega Man X's Guardians. They're my favorite quote unquote robot masters. More specifically, Phantom, I guess.
Okay. I'd have to go with Elec Man probably. Just because I like his design.
Yeah.
John?
Or possibly Airman.
What about Storm Eagle?
You know
That's not a robot master. That's a Maverick.
Maverick, okay.
There's a difference.
Still counts. You find him at the end of a stage.
You know what? I'm gonna say Splash Woman. Why not?
Nice choice.
Oh my, John.
She's the only chick in the entire lineup of Robot Masters, and to me, I think that's worthy enough.
And
Yeah,
also,
good
she's
point,
kind
good
of
point.
based off Leviathan from the Zero series too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recall hearing that.
Yeah, her and Tornado Man. He's also
And,
based off
Magma.
Harpuya.
And then Magma is Fafnir.
Yep.
So retroactively
is-
making things work.
My favorite Robot Master is the one that never shows up, Spike Wallman.
You can play Mega Man 4. It's got plenty of spike walls in there. That game's Spike Central. Holy crap.
Well, this is getting awkward.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess any last thoughts about Mega Man himself?
Oh, we attempted to do that like 15 minutes ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we-
Last thoughts about Mega Man. I'll just put this bagpipe recording here.
Well, if there's anything I could say about it, it's one of my favorite series of all time. You know, it holds a lot of sentiment to me. Also, aside from games like Sonic and series like Dragon Ball Z, it's a series that actually did help inspire me to be an artist. Actually, I fell in love with the art a long time ago, and I still remember, days when I was a kid, constantly drawing all the characters and all that stuff. Drawing Mega Man and Roll and Battle Network characters and all that. And it really did help me grow and help inspire my style and whatnot. So for a game like that to have that kind of impact on me, it holds a special spot in my heart. So yeah, one of the reasons why I'm a fan of Mega Man in general.
Mega Man, not exactly my favorite series, but I do like it a lot. I've been playing it since I was really little, so it has a spot in my heart.
And Mega Man for me, it's a pretty good series. I enjoy it. It's definitely something you can pick up and play. I guess that's about it. It's really enjoyable. It has its ups and downs. It can go from piss easy to stupidly hard, but it's all in all still a really good game to pick up. Good game series to be a part of.
And it's dead.
My thoughts
My heart is
someday.
empty.
My thought is
What am I
someday I'll
fighting?
actually play it. Eventually, someday.
Do it now.
I did my thoughts like a half hour ago, so I'll just pass to the next person.
And you guys can hear my thoughts with my Mega Man Marathon.
Shameless plugging.
Fuck yeah.
Wait, do you know that there's actually like an hour-long loop of you spinning around in your chair?
Yes, it's my Metroid summoning ritual.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say thanks a lot, John. Every time I hear that theme now, I feel like spinning around in my chair every time I hear it now. I'm sitting in a different chair now, so I can't do it.
I'll remember that, just like your use of the unknown item finding in Zero Mission.
Well. Again, we said this plenty of times in the beginning of the retrospective, but we really do want to thank you guys for going out of your way and making those fantastic art pieces. Well, actually, we take this time to thank everybody that participated in the ending image contest on our DeviantArt fan page that we kept exclusively for our DeviantArt followers because it was easier to manage that way. And
We're not special.
yeah.
Oh.
But we really do want to take this time to thank everybody that participated because, you know, besides Roxy's entry, Chris's entry, and MRU's entry, we really did get some pretty good pieces, and we're all very grateful and appreciative of what you guys did. And, you know, it tugs at my heartstrings that we have supportive and fans.
It warms the cockles of my
It
heart.
warms the cockles in my heart. But you know, as you know, from one artist to another, thank you guys. I really do.
Yeah, and you can find all 3 of their DeviantArt pages in the description down below.
By the way, yeah, commission something.
Yeah.
For God's sake, give them money.
Pay them money for things.
Yeah, give them money. Don't even ask for a piece of art. Just
Starving
give them-
artist.
Spare change.
Just give me money so I can buy more Mega Man games.
Yeah,
Forget the art, just give me money.
Right, so I guess that's it for our Mega Man retrospective. Hopefully it won't take us so long to get to another one sometime, but for now, this is Brain Transcoms and our 3 favorite
Amigos.
entries. What?
3 amigos.
3 amigos.
Yeah.
3 cavalieros with 3 cavalieros.
We
Hey,
just start our own
guys.
commentary group.
Hey guys, if you guys ever do a Metroid retrospective, can I be a part of it?
No problem.